Racist woman tore her dress thinking she was just a black flight attendant. Her millionaire dad saw everything. And what he did next destroyed her life so quietly, she didn't even realize it was happening until it was too late. The sound of fabric ripping cuts through the first-class cabin like a gunshot. A white woman in designer clothes yanks her hand back violently, and a black flight attendant's uniform tears at the shoulder. The damage is visible. The humiliation is complete, and a dozen passengers have their phones out, recording every single second. But instead of apologizing, the woman attacks. "You grabbed me. Everyone saw it. She assaulted me." Her voice is shrill, entitled, vicious. "I want you arrested. I want you fired. You people always play the victim. Do you even know who I am?" The flight attendant, her name tag reads Maya, stands there with her torn uniform hanging off her shoulder, shaking but composed. "Ma'am, I did not touch you." "Liar. You're just a flight attendant. You're replaceable. You're nothing." That word echoes through the cabin. Nothing. The passengers watch in horror. The phones keep recording, and 2 rows back, a man in an expensive custom suit slowly rises from his seat. His voice is quiet, controlled, deadly. "Excuse me, what exactly is happening here?" The racist woman spins around, annoyed at the interruption. "This doesn't concern you. This girl assaulted." Then the flight attendant's face goes completely white. Her voice cracks, barely a whisper. "Dad?" The cabin freezes. Because that nothing flight attendant this woman just humiliated, whose uniform she just destroyed, whose humanity she just erased? She's Maya Thompson, daughter of Marcus Thompson. Tech billionaire, net worth $2.3 billion. And the man who just watched a stranger call his daughter nothing, he doesn't yell, he doesn't threaten. He doesn't make a scene. He makes a single phone call. And by the time this flight lands, this racist woman's entire life will be dismantled piece by piece. Her job, her reputation, her future, and she won't even see it coming. Welcome back to Mirror Stories. If you are new here, you've joined a community dedicated to truth, justice, and survival. Show some love by clicking the likes and subscribe button. Before we dive deeper into the story, drop a comment where you are watching from and what time it is for you right now. But before we get to the destruction, let's rewind 30 minutes and see exactly how this woman sealed her own fate. 6:45 a.m. Los Angeles International Airport. Maya Thompson walks through the employee entrance like she does every morning, 15 minutes early, uniform perfectly pressed, worn shoes polished until they shine. On her wrist is a simple gold bracelet that catches the fluorescent light. It's the only expensive thing she owns. She greets the janitors by name. She stops to help an elderly cleaner pick up dropped supplies without being asked. She's kind to people who society tells her don't matter. Because Maya knows what it's like to be invisible. 4 years ago, she walked away from everything. Left her billionaire father's mansion, refused his money, gave up a trust fund worth hundreds of millions. Why? Because she was tired of being Marcus Thompson's daughter. She wanted to be Maya Thompson, period. Her coworker Lisa catches up, breathless. "Girl, you're always early. You know they don't pay us extra for punctuality, right?" Maya touches that bracelet unconsciously, her mother's bracelet, the only piece of her old life she couldn't let go. "My mom used to say if you're on time, you're late." Speaking of time, we got Milan today. Flight 447, 10 hours, but first-class tips are insane. Maya's face flickers with something. Worry? Fear? Milan? Yeah, why? Nothing, let's go. But it's not nothing. A memory flashes, 4 years ago at a charity gala. Her father introducing her to business partners like she's a trophy. The suffocating weight of expectations. The moment she handed back his credit card and walked away. His voice calling after her, breaking. She hasn't spoken to him since. That bracelet is the only connection left. And in a few hours, a racist woman's cruelty will force them back together. Meanwhile, in the first-class lounge, Veronica Ashford sits surrounded by shopping bags that cost more than most people's monthly salary. Gucci, Prada, Hermes. She's on the phone with her 12-year-old daughter, voice tight with barely controlled panic. "Emma, sweetie, mommy told you, the purple dress for your recital. Not pink. Purple shows we have taste. No, you absolutely cannot wear sneakers. Because people judge us, honey. They're always judging." She hangs up. Immediately, an email notification lights up her screen. Urgent. Q3 numbers below projection. Board meeting moved up. Her hands shake as she opens a pill bottle and swallows anxiety medication dry. Veronica Ashford, VP of Marketing at Maison Levine, a luxury fashion house. On paper, successful. In reality, drowning. Her job is slipping, her marriage is dying, her daughter barely speaks to her, and when people are drowning, they try to pull others under to stay afloat. The gate agent approaches. Miss Ashford, we're ready to board you in first class. Watch Veronica's face transform. The panic vanishes behind a mask of superiority. Finally, I specifically requested early boarding. Do you know how exhausting it is to stand in lines with everyone? The way she says everyone, like they're contaminated, like they're beneath her. In 2 hours, this woman will make the worst mistake of her life, and she'll never see the consequences coming. On the flight deck, Captain Rivera conducts his pre-flight briefing. Full house today, 327 passengers. First class is stacked with VIPs. Senator Bradford in 1C, that actress from Marvel in 3A, and we just got a last-minute booking, Marcus Thompson in 2A. Maya's clipboard slips from her hands and clatters to the floor. Marcus Thompson? The name comes out strangled. Yeah, Thompson Technologies, the billionaire. Weird that he's flying commercial, right? Guy has his own jet. Lisa notices Maya has gone pale. You okay? You look sick. I'm fine, just tired. She's lying. Her estranged billionaire father, the man she hasn't spoken to in 4 years, just booked a last-minute seat on her flight. He doesn't know she works this route. She doesn't know he's coming. And neither of them knows that in 90 minutes, a racist woman named Veronica Ashford will attack Maya so viciously that Marcus Thompson will stop being a forgiving father and become something much more dangerous. Drop a comment right now. What would you do if someone disrespected your child right in front of you? Because Maya doesn't know her father is about to board this aircraft. Veronica doesn't know she's about to destroy a billionaire's daughter. And Marcus Thompson doesn't know he's about to watch his child be called nothing by a stranger. What happens next will be captured on camera. It will go viral worldwide. And the revenge will be so calculated, so precise, so absolutely devastating that Veronica Ashford will lose everything before she even realizes she's been targeted. The flight is boarding, the players are in position, and the woman who thinks she's untouchable is about to learn that some people you just don't touch. Ever. The aircraft door opens, first-class passengers begin boarding, and the first person through that door is Marcus Thompson. He steps into the cabin, and his eyes immediately lock onto someone, his daughter, Maya, standing there in her flight attendant uniform, helping a passenger with their luggage. She hasn't seen him yet, she has no idea he's here. Marcus takes a step forward, his mouth opens like he's about to call her name. But then he stops. Their last conversation 4 years ago ended with shouting, with tears, with a door slamming between them. What is he supposed to say now? Surprise, I'm on your flight. So he makes a choice. He quietly takes his seat in 2A, 2 rows back, close enough to see her, far enough not to intrude. He watches his daughter work, the way she smiles at passengers, the way she handles their bags with care, the way she's built a life without him. His jaw is tight. His hands grip the armrests, because he knows that watching her succeed without him should make him proud. And it does. But it also breaks his heart. Then Veronica Ashford boards, and Marcus Thompson is about to discover that pride and heartbreak are nothing compared to the rage of watching a stranger disrespect your child. Veronica walks in like she owns the aircraft, holding designer shopping bags worth thousands of dollars. She doesn't greet Maya, doesn't say hello, just barks a command like, Maya is furniture that talks. Excuse me, where do I put these? Maya turns with her professional smile, the one she's perfected over 5 years of dealing with entitled passengers. I can help you with those, ma'am. We have a closet for first-class passengers. But Veronica recoils like Maya just suggested throwing them in the trash. I don't want them in a closet with other people's things. These are her mess. Each bag costs more than... She stops herself, but the implication is clear. More than you make, more than you're worth. Just be careful, Veronica finishes, handing the bags over like they're made of glass. Maya reaches up to place them in the overhead compartment, and that's when Veronica's eyes lock onto something. The gold bracelet on Maya's wrist. It catches the cabin light. Is that real gold? Maya pauses, confused. I'm sorry? Your bracelet? I didn't know flight attendants could afford real jewelry, or is it? Veronica trails off, but the question hangs there like poison. Did you steal it? Is it fake? How could someone like you have something valuable? Maya's voice gets quieter, tighter. It was my mother's. Is there anything else I can help you with? 2 rows back, Marcus Thompson hears this exchange. His mother's bracelet, his late wife's bracelet, the one piece of their family Maya kept when she walked away from everything else. And this stranger just questioned whether his daughter deserved to wear it. Marcus's jaw clenches so hard you can see the muscle jump. But Veronica isn't finished. A champagne. Immediately. And I'll need fresh towels. The ones in the bathroom always feel used. Maya walks away with that same professional smile. But her hands are shaking. The aircraft begins taxiing to the runway. The flight attendants start the safety demonstration. And Veronica Ashford is on her phone, talking loudly, completely ignoring federal aviation regulations. Maya approaches, still professional, still composed. Ma'am, I need you to put your phone on airplane mode. Veronica holds up one finger, a dismissive gesture that screams, wait, you're not important, and keeps talking. Ma'am, it's federal regulation, we can't take off until. Veronica turns to her phone. Hold on, Emma, some girl is bothering me. Then to Maya, I'm a Platinum Elite member. I know the rules. Some girl, not the flight attendant, not even a crew member. Some girl. I understand, but do you know who I am? I fly this route 6 times a year. I've never had this problem before. Other passengers are watching now. The delay is becoming obvious. And then Captain Rivera's voice comes over the intercom, calm but firm. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still waiting on compliance for takeoff. Please turn all phones to airplane mode. Every single passenger turns to look at Veronica. She's the problem. She's the reason they're delayed. The embarrassment hits her like a slap. She slams her phone down and leans toward Maya, her voice a venomous whisper. You just made me look ridiculous. 2 rows back, Marcus Thompson starts to stand up. He's had enough. But Lisa, Maya's co-worker, is faster. She touches his arm gently and whispers, Sir, we're handling it. Please remain seated. Marcus sits, but he doesn't look away. He watches every interaction, every microaggression, every moment his daughter has to smile through disrespect. And inside, something is building. 3 hours into the flight, 30,000 feet in the air, meal service begins. Maya moves through the cabin with practiced grace, serving meals, refilling drinks, making passengers comfortable. She reaches Veronica's seat. We have grilled salmon with asparagus or herb-crusted chicken for the main course. Veronica doesn't even look up. Does the salmon have sauce? Yes, ma'am. A light lemon butter sauce. I don't eat butter. It's fattening. Can you have them remake it without sauce? Maya's smile doesn't falter. The meals are pre-prepared, but I can ask the galley if we have a plain option. And here it comes. The explosion. Pre-prepared? In first class? This is unacceptable. What am I paying for? Lisa tries to help. Ma'am, we have a Mediterranean salad option that's… Veronica cuts her off with the cruelty of someone who's perfected the art of dismissal. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her. She gestures at Maya like she's pointing at a malfunctioning appliance. Is she even trained properly? The cabin gets quieter. Other passengers are listening now. Maya maintains her composure, but you can hear the tension in her voice. I'm the lead flight attendant, ma'am. I've been with Skyline for 5 years. Veronica's eyebrows go up. Lead? Really? The skepticism is thick. And how exactly did you get promoted? The implication lands like a bomb. She's suggesting Maya slept her way to the top. She's suggesting Maya didn't earn her position. She's suggesting that a black woman couldn't possibly have gotten promoted on merit alone. Other passengers shift uncomfortably. Some look away, some look angry. And Marcus Thompson grips his armrest so hard his knuckles turn white. Maya's voice is steady, but barely, through merit and performance reviews. Now would you like the salad? Fine. And more champagne. Don't forget this time. Hi my friend, if you're not already subscribed, you need to hit the button right now, because what happens in the next few minutes will absolutely blow your mind. It's about to get so much worse. Veronica has no idea she's being filmed. She has no idea that several passengers already have their phones out, documenting her behavior. And she definitely doesn't know that the man sitting 2 rows behind her is worth $2.3 billion and happens to be the father of the woman she's torturing. 3 hours into the flight, the aircraft hits turbulence. Not unusual. The seatbelt sign dings on. Maya walks through the cabin doing safety checks, making sure everyone's secured. She reaches Veronica, who has her designer bag on her lap, rummaging through it frantically. "Ma'am, please stow your bag and fasten your seatbelt." Veronica doesn't even look up. "I'm looking for my medication." "I understand, but for your safety." "Oh, for God's sake." Veronica shoves the heavy bag directly at Maya. "Here, you do it. Put it up there." The bag is awkwardly packed, expensive items crammed inside without care. Maya takes it and starts to lift it toward the overhead bin. And then the turbulence hits. Hard. The aircraft drops. Maya stumbles. The bag slips from her hands, contents explode across the aisle, expensive sunglasses, designer makeup, and a Hermes scarf. The $800 status symbol Veronica has been obsessed with all flight lands on the floor. Veronica's scream could shatter glass. "My scarf, you idiot!" "I'm so sorry, ma'am, the turbulence?" "That scarf is $800. Do you even make that in a week?" Maya drops to her knees, picking up the scattered items, her hands shaking. "I sincerely apologize. Let me help." Veronica snatches her belongings back like Maya is contaminating them. "Don't touch them. You've done enough damage. I want to speak to the pilot. Now." And then Captain Rivera appears from the cockpit. 20 years of flying, he's seen entitled passengers before, but even he looks shocked by what he's witnessing. "Is there a problem?" Veronica's voice hits a pitch that makes people wince. "This attendant threw my belongings. She damaged my designer scarf." Captain Rivera stays calm. Professional. "Ma'am, we've hit unexpected turbulence. My crew member was following safety protocols." "I don't care about your protocols, I care about my property. She needs to be written up, disciplined." Then Veronica does something that crosses a line you can never uncross. She reaches out and grabs Maya's name tag, yanks it. "What's your name?" "Ma'am, please don't." The name tag pin catches on Maya's collar. Veronica yanks harder, and there's a sound that every passenger will remember for the rest of their lives. "Reap." Maya's uniform tears at the shoulder seam. The fabric separates. Her shoulder is exposed. The damage is visible. The cabin goes completely silent. Multiple passengers have their phones out now, recording, capturing every moment. And Veronica realizes what she just did. But instead of apologizing, instead of showing an ounce of humanity, she goes on the attack. "You grabbed me. Everyone saw. She assaulted me." Maya's voice is shaking now, barely holding it together. "I did not touch you. You're lying. You people always lie. I want her arrested when we land." A passenger 2 rows up speaks up, his voice disgusted. "Lady, we all saw you grab her." Veronica spins on him. "Stay out of this." And then a voice cuts through the chaos. Deep. Controlled. Absolutely lethal. "Sit down." Marcus Thompson is standing, all 6 feet 2 inches of him. Custom suit. Commanding presence. And his eyes are locked on Veronica with the kind of focus that makes prey animals freeze. "Drop a comment. What would you do if you saw this happening on your flight? Would you speak up or record it?" This is the moment everything changes. Veronica Ashford just tore the uniform off a billionaire's daughter. She just called her nothing. She just demanded her arrest. And Marcus Thompson, a man who built a tech empire from scratch, who negotiates with world leaders, who controls billions in assets, is about to show Veronica what real power looks like. Not by yelling, not by threatening, but by making a single phone call that will dismantle her entire existence so quietly, she won't even realize she's been destroyed until it's far too late. The next 10 minutes will change multiple lives forever. Marcus Thompson stands, and when a billionaire stands up on an aircraft, everyone notices. Veronica spins around, annoyed that someone dared interrupt her victim performance. "Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to?" Marcus's voice is quiet, controlled, the kind of quiet that's more terrifying than shouting. "Someone who just committed assault on a flight crew member. That's a federal offense." Veronica actually laughs, a sharp, disbelieving sound. "I'm the victim here. Look at my scarf. This is Hermes. And that," Marcus says, his eyes boring into her, "is a human being whose uniform you just destroyed." Veronica looks him up and down, and you can see the moment her brain makes a calculation. A black man defending a black flight attendant. She thinks she understands. "Oh, I see. You're defending her because..." Choose your next words very carefully. The temperature in the cabin drops 10 degrees. Other passengers lean forward. This is getting serious. Captain Rivera appears, trying to de-escalate. Sir, I appreciate your support, but please return to your seat. Ma'am, you need to sit down immediately, or we'll have to restrain you. Veronica's face flushes red. Restrain me? I'm a Platinum Elite member. My husband is Richard Ashford of Ashford Capital. When I tell him about this, and then another voice cuts in, calm, authoritative, unmistakable. Miss Ashford, I've witnessed this entire incident. I suggest you sit down. Veronica turns, and her face goes white, because she recognizes him. Senator James Bradford, Seat 1C, a man with actual power. Relief floods her features. Finally, someone who'll understand. Senator Bradford? Oh, thank goodness someone reasonable. This attendant has been targeting me since I boarded. The senator's face doesn't change. That's not what I saw. I saw you assault a crew member. The words hit Veronica like a physical blow. She looks around the cabin. Every single face is looking at her with disgust. The passengers, the crew, the senator, the stranger who stood up for Maya. Everyone has turned against her. She sits down, her face burning, her hands shaking, but she's not done. Because people like Veronica never know when to stop. She leans toward Maya, her voice a vicious whisper meant only for her target. You'll pay for this. I'll make sure you never work again. Do you understand me? People like you are replaceable. Maya's voice is barely audible. I need to go change my uniform. She walks toward the back galley, her torn uniform a visible reminder of what just happened, and Marcus Thompson follows her. In the back galley, Maya is falling apart. Her hands are shaking as she tries to button the spare uniform jacket Lisa hands her. The professional mask she's worn for 5 years is cracking. Her breath comes in short gasps. That woman is insane, Lisa says. Captain's filing an incident report. She'll be met by police in Milan. I need a minute. Then a voice from behind. Maya. She turns, and there he is, Marcus Thompson, her father. The man she walked away from 4 years ago, standing in the galley of her aircraft, having just watched a stranger tear her apart. Maya immediately composes herself, slipping back into professional mode. Mr. Thompson, I'm sorry you had to witness that. I'll be right out too. Stop. Just stop. You don't have to pretend with me. I'm not pretending. I'm working. Marcus's voice rises slightly. Your uniform is torn. That woman grabbed you, and you're apologizing to me? It's my job. Your job? Marcus's control finally cracks. Maya, 4 years. 4 years I've respected your space, your independence. I haven't called, haven't shown up, haven't interfered. But I'm not going to sit here and watch someone disrespect you like that. And there it is. The conversation they've been avoiding for 4 years, happening at 30,000 feet. This is exactly why I left, Dad. Maya's voice shakes with emotion. You can't fix everything. You can't just throw money at problems or intimidate people and make them go away. Marcus's response is immediate. I wasn't going to throw money. I was going to knock her teeth out. Despite everything, Maya laughs. A surprised, genuine laugh. Real mature. Your mother would have done it first, then felt bad later. The mention of Maya's mother, Marcus's late wife, stops them both. The anger drains away, replaced by shared grief. I miss her, Maya whispers. Me too, every day. Marcus's voice cracks. She'd be so proud of you. Working your way up, making your own path. I'm proud of you too. I know I don't say it enough. You weren't supposed to be on this flight. Tech conference in Milan. Last-minute decision. My assistant booked it. I had no idea you worked this route. He pauses. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I saw what you deal with. I'm glad I... Lisa interrupts, her voice urgent. Guys? Hate to interrupt, but that woman is making a scene again. Back in first class, Veronica is on her phone. Again. Despite regulations. Despite everything that just happened. Her voice carries through the cabin, loud and desperate. Richard, you need to sue this airline. I was assaulted by an attendant. She ruined my Hermes scarf and then physically grabbed me. A man's voice comes through the speaker. Tired. Fed up. Veronica, the board meeting was a disaster. We're down 40% this quarter. I don't have time for your shopping drama. This isn't shopping drama. This is about respect. That girl needs to learn. That girl is doing her job. You're doing this again. Remember Singapore and London? Veronica, I'm tired. The cabin is silent. Everyone can hear this. Everyone is witnessing Veronica's life unravel in real time. Are you seriously taking her side? Richard Ashford's sigh is audible through the phone. I'm taking reality's side. I'll see you in Milan. Don't create an international incident. He hangs up. Veronica sits there, phone in her lap, tears streaming down her face. Her husband just humiliated her in front of a cabin full of strangers. Everything is falling apart. And then Maya appears. In a fresh uniform jacket, professional as always. Ma'am, can I get you anything? Veronica looks up, genuinely confused. Why are you being nice to me? I ruined your uniform. It's my job to take care of passengers, even difficult ones. The kindness breaks something in Veronica. I'm not usually like this. Everything is falling apart. My job, my marriage, my daughter barely talks to me, and I take it out on people who can't fight back. That's pathetic, isn't it? Maya stays quiet, careful. You don't have to patronize me, I know what I am. Veronica's voice cracks. How much do I owe you? For the uniform? The airline will handle it? No, I mean really, how much? About $150 for the replacement. Veronica pulls out her wallet with shaking hands. Here's $500. It's not enough, but I can't accept that. Please, let me at least do this one thing right today. But before Maya can respond, Marcus Thompson approaches, and what he's about to say will change everything. Actually, Miss Ashford, there's something you should know about the flight attendant you assaulted. Veronica looks up, confused. I said I was sorry. What more do you want? Marcus's voice is calm, final. This is Maya Thompson, my daughter. Watch Veronica's face. Watch the exact moment her brain processes those words. Thompson. Maya Thompson. Thompson Technologies. Her face goes completely white. Thompson? As in, Thompson Technologies? The same. Marcus continues, his voice measured. And before you start calculating lawsuits in your head, know this. My daughter wouldn't let me file one even if I wanted to. She's been refusing my money for 4 years because she wanted to earn her own way. She's worked every day, dealt with people like you, and never once used her last name to make it easier. Veronica turns to Maya, her voice barely a whisper. You're a billionaire's daughter? Was. I chose a different path, but you let me say all those things. And here's where Maya delivers the kill shot. Not with anger, not with cruelty, with a simple question that exposes everything. Would it have mattered? If I'd told you who my father was, would you have treated me better? Or would you have just found someone else to disrespect? Silence, because they both know the answer. Senator Bradford stands up and approaches, and Veronica's nightmare is about to get exponentially worse. Ms. Ashford, I've been thinking. You mentioned you work in luxury marketing? Veronica's voice is small now. Defeated. Yes, Senator. VP at Maison Levine. Interesting. Because I sit on the board of LVMH, your parent company. I'm wondering if they know about this incident. Multiple passengers filmed it. You can actually see Veronica's soul leave her body. Senator, please. I apologized. I'll pay for everything. Marcus steps forward. Money isn't the issue. Character is. You assumed my daughter was beneath you because of her uniform, because of her skin. You felt entitled to treat her as less than human. I'm not racist, Veronica sobs. I was stressed. My job is on the line, my marriage is falling apart. Maya's voice cuts through. And that justifies tearing my uniform. Calling me you people? Veronica is fully crying now, mascara running down her face. No, it doesn't. I'm a terrible person. My daughter's gonna see this. Everyone's gonna see this. I'm gonna lose everything. The cabin watches as a woman who had all the power 15 minutes ago completely collapses. But then Maya does something unexpected. Dad, can we talk? Privately? They step to the side of the cabin. And what Maya says next will surprise everyone. Don't ruin her life. Marcus stares at his daughter. She tried to ruin yours. And she's already ruining her own. Look at her. She's miserable. That doesn't excuse. No. It doesn't. But destroying her won't teach her anything. It'll just make her a victim in her own mind. She needs to face real consequences, not nuclear ones. Marcus studies his daughter, this woman who walked away from billions to prove herself, who just showed kindness to someone who assaulted her. When did you get so wise? I learned from watching you handle competitors. You once told me, the goal isn't to destroy them, it's to make them irrelevant by being better. I also said some sharks need to be removed from the ocean. She's not a shark, Dad. She's a drowning person trying to pull others under. There's a difference. Marcus is quiet for a long moment. Then, what do you want me to do? Let me handle it my way. Here's a question. If someone publicly humiliated you and tore your clothes, would you show them mercy or let them face maximum consequences? Be honest in the comments. What Maya does next will surprise everyone on this aircraft. Because sometimes the most powerful revenge isn't destruction. Sometimes it's something else entirely. Something that will teach Veronica Ashford a lesson she'll never forget. Not through punishment, but through grace. And when this plane lands in Milan, multiple lives will be changed forever. Maya walks back to Veronica, and what she's about to say will define who she really is. Ms. Ashford, here's what's going to happen. Captain Rivera has filed an incident report. The FAA will investigate. You'll be banned from Skyline Airlines for a minimum of 2 years. When we land, you'll be questioned by airport security. Veronica nods, her face streaked with tears. I understand. Then Maya says something that makes everyone in the cabin lean forward. However, I'm not pressing charges for assault. Veronica's head snaps up. You're not? No, because I don't think prison would teach you what you need to learn, but I do need you to understand something. Maya's voice is steady, powerful. Every person you meet, the flight attendant, the janitor, the barista, has a full life. Dreams, struggles, families who love them. Your stress doesn't give you the right to treat them as less than. I know that now. But Maya isn't finished. Do you? Because 3 hours ago, you grabbed my uniform and tore it. You assumed I was poor, uneducated, disposable. And the only reason you're apologizing now is because you learned who my father is. If he wasn't on this flight, would you be sorry? The question hangs in the air like a blade. Veronica takes a long breath. And then she does something remarkable. She tells the truth. I want to say yes, but I don't know, and that terrifies me. Maya nods slowly. Then that's where you start. With that honesty. Across the cabin, Senator Bradford speaks quietly to Marcus. Senator, about that board position. I'll be making a report. What happens is up to LVMH. But between us, Marcus, I don't think she'll have a job by next week. Veronica overhears. Her voice is barely a whisper. I deserve that. The final hour of the flight passes in heavy silence. Veronica sits alone in her seat, scrolling through her phone. She stops on a video. Her daughter Emma's dance recital from last month. The 12-year-old girl twirls across a stage in a purple dress. The purple dress Veronica insisted she wear. But Veronica wasn't there to see it. She was at Fashion Week in Paris, choosing her career over her child. Again. She watches her daughter bow to an audience full of other parents, and she realizes she's about to lose everything that actually mattered. Maya passes by with a blanket in her hands. Without a word, she drapes it over Veronica's shoulders. Veronica looks up, shocked. You looked cold. Thank you. Veronica's voice cracks. Can I ask you something? Sure. Why are you being kind to me? Maya sits down in the empty seat beside her. Because someone was kind to me once when I didn't deserve it. My dad. I walked away from him for 4 years because I wanted to prove I didn't need his money. I was proud and stubborn, and he let me go. He respected my choice, even though it hurt him. That's real strength, not tearing people down, building them up even when they've hurt you. Veronica wipes her eyes. I don't know how to be that person. Then learn. You have a daughter. Be the person you want her to become. The words hit Veronica like a physical blow. Because she knows that right now she's teaching Emma exactly how to be cruel, entitled, and miserable. The wheels touch down in Milan. The aircraft taxis to the gate, and through the window, Veronica can see them. Italian police officers waiting on the jetway. The cabin door opens. 2 officers board. Professional, polite, but firm. Veronica stands without being asked. She cooperates fully. No more screaming, no more demanding special treatment. As she's escorted down the aisle, she passes Maya one final time. She stops. I'm gonna get help. Therapy. I mean it. Maya looks into her eyes, searching for sincerity. I hope you do. And then Veronica Ashford is gone. Led away to face questioning, to face consequences, to face herself. Marcus and Maya walk together down the jetway. Father and daughter, side by side for the first time in 4 years. Marcus breaks the silence. So, coffee? Real coffee, not airplane sludge? Maya smiles, a real smile. I have a 12-hour layover. I have a meeting in 3 hours, but I'll cancel it. Don't cancel, I'll come with you. She pauses. I've always wanted to know more about the business. Maybe after I finish my aviation management degree, there's room for a Thompson Technologies airline division? Marcus stops walking, turns to face his daughter. Are you saying you want to work together? I'm saying I'm done proving I don't need you. Maybe it's time to prove we're stronger together. Marcus pulls her into a hug. A real one. 4 years of pain and distance and stubborn pride melting away in a single embrace. Your mother would be so proud. He whispers. She'd probably say we're both idiots for waiting this long. Maya laughs through tears. She'd be right. 3 months later, a phone screen shows a news article. Maison Levine VP steps down amid viral incident, enters treatment program. Another article. Thompson Technologies announces aviation division, led by former flight attendant Maya Thompson. Another. Viral flight attendants' response to racism inspires new anti-discrimination training across airlines. The video from that flight has been viewed over 50 million times. But it's not the confrontation people remember. It's Maya's grace, her mercy, her refusal to destroy someone who tried to destroy her. Maya's voice speaks over the images. Dignity isn't about how much money you have. It's about how you treat people when you have the power and how you respond when you don't. Everyone deserves respect. Everyone has a story. And sometimes the person you underestimate is exactly who you need to learn from. The final image appears. Maya and Marcus stand together at a ribbon-cutting ceremony. Behind them, a building with a sign that reads, Angela Thompson Memorial Flight Academy, named in honor of Maya's mother, providing free aviation training to underprivileged youth. Young people of all backgrounds stand behind them. Future pilots, future flight attendants, future leaders who will never forget that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. Maya cuts the ribbon, the crowd applauds. And in that moment, you can see it. A woman who walked away from billions to find herself, who endured racism and disrespect to prove her worth, who showed mercy to someone who showed her none. That's real power. Not the power to destroy, the power to build, the power to forgive, the power to turn pain into purpose. Veronica Ashford lost her job, lost her reputation, but she entered therapy, started rebuilding her relationship with her daughter, began the long, hard work of becoming a better person. Maya Thompson launched an airline division that prioritizes respect, dignity, and second chances. And Marcus Thompson got his daughter back. Here's my final question for you. In a world that constantly tells us to seek revenge, to cancel, to destroy those who hurt us, what if the real power is in choosing mercy instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this story moved you, hit that like button right now. Subscribe for more incredible stories about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And share this video with someone who needs to be reminded that everyone, the flight attendant, the janitor, the stranger beside you, deserves respect. Because you never know who you're really talking to. You never know whose life you might change with a single act of kindness. And you never know when the person you underestimate might teach you the most important lesson of your life. The racist woman tore her dress, thinking she was just a black flight attendant. Her millionaire dad saw everything. And what happened next wasn't revenge. It was something far more powerful. It was grace.